Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Mic hot, crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I lacked game, back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else she feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to Shay's Tube Late Night Owls Talk Time. Guys, let me ask you to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content tonight. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment. Welcome to everybody in the bushes. Welcome to everybody who watches the replay. Over here in the chat, we have Jermaine in the place to be, J4 in the place to be. What's up, J4? How you doing, huh? Long time no see. All right. And that's it over here in the chat, you guys. Anyway, Jermaine said, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. You can also donate via a super chat, super sticker, or cash app at $Shades2. Or you can copy yourself a membership for $4.99 per month. All right, thank you guys in advance. Let's go ahead and do that copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. Part of it is scrolling across that banner, and it will be in my comments area as soon as I get a chance to, okay? Again, welcome to Shades 2, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. All right, y'all, I laugh because I'm trying to pretend like I am on an actual TV show. And I start laughing, listening to myself talking, okay? I told you that's why I could not do this, because I wanted to be an actress and stuff, and that's why I couldn't do it, because my brother's always laughing at myself. It's crazy, isn't it? But anyway, oh my gosh. But anyway, y'all, So we got a juicy story to, live tonight. All right. We're going to be recapping Diddy's trial day 19, of course. I'm going to tell you guys everything that went on there. But we're going to also talk about the YouTubers beefing and how it went too far. All right. So go get you something to drink, a relaxing seat or bed. If you are at work, go ahead and do your job, but watch me on the download or either listen to me on the download. Don't get yourself fired now, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and check everything out. Let me change this banner. We're not going to do Diddy yet. We're going to actually do this different tonight. We're going to go ahead and talk about the YouTubers beefing that went wrong, all right? So let me go ahead and do this. Turn this music down because it's definitely loud, and I cannot wait to put my background music on. I forgot to download it today, so I'll do that sometime tomorrow before I leave. Y'all make sure y'all check out my other videos too, my YouTube shorts, my Dollar Tree / whatever else store that I go to, those shopping hauls. Check out my Country Wayne reaction videos if you like Country Wayne. And if you like decorating, check out me decorating my house and stuff. Y'all know I just moved, and I will be revealing my living room very soon. It's basically done. All right. So yeah, check out those videos and show your girl some support. All right. And thank you for all the support you have already shown. Happy born day to all of my June babies. I'm wishing you guys a long life and prosperity, a lot of happiness, love, and money, and good health. All right. Okay. And make sure you have faith in God. All right. There you go. All right. So now let's go ahead and change this banner real quick. And we are going to go ahead and do the beefing thing first. Okay. Let's take this health alert down and edit this and do the beef. The YouTubers beefing went too far. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, and I do have some videos, TikTok videos to show you guys regarding that incident before we actually go over. So I'm going to play those first. And let's just hope that my internet don't start acting stupid or anything and freezing up. If it does freeze up, guys, we're going to wait for a second to see if it catches up. And if it doesn't, then I'll show you guys on my phone, okay? So let me mute that music, and then we will go ahead and look at the TikTok video first. Just they're gonna give you background on it, and then I'll discuss it, and we'll talk about it for a few minutes, and then we'll move on to Diddy crazy case, okay? All right, so let's go to do this. Y'all know I have to keep on covering Diddy because I was like one of the first people who covered it from day one, back when Cassie first, when she first, came out about the whole situation, So yeah, way back in November, I believe, of 2023. All right. All right. So of course I'm going to be, continue to cover this until everything is over. So let's go to see this.
And you still pull out a gun and shot and kill these two people over an argument. There's a YouTuber by the name of Finney the Legend. Him and his wife, they were out in Vegas near the Bellagio Hotel. They were recording. They were doing a live stream. And I guess they got into an argument with this guy. I'm not sure what. If y'all know exactly why they were arguing, drop it in the comment section. But they got in an argument, and there's a video. I don't know if it's on TikTok right now. I don't know if it's going to be up much longer, but if you search it, you'll see it. There was a girl that was trying to stop this man from taking out his gun and shooting these people. You literally hear her say, "Don't you do it." And then he pulls out the gun and shoots and kills these people. So far, both Finney the Legend and his wife were killed, and the shooter was actually arrested on the scene. And they did close down like that whole area for a little while to make sure no one else had any guns. In the video, you can see all the people around that were just looking like shocked that they're seeing someone fire a gun right next to them. Imagine being on vacation and this is what you got to deal with. Man, RIP to Finney the Legend and his wife. You see the camera recording. There's hundreds of people around, and you still pull out a gun and shot and kill these two people over an argument. There's a YouTuber by the name of Finney the Legend.
Okay.
Him and his wife, they were out in Vegas near the Bellagio Hotel. They were recording. They were doing a live stream.
I'm glad he pronounced that because I would have butchered that. Anyway, let's see what they said. So, of course, he did not get arrested at the scene, okay? He actually turned himself in, all right? Let's see here. Somebody said they have been beefing for 2 years. He got so rage-baited, he decided to do the worst thing possible. Okay, another commenter said, notice she see Notice she's seeing him shooting right beside her, then walks to get the camera. Instead of trying to grab the GUN, then she ends up getting hit. She prioritized the camera more than saving her husband. Okay, that's crazy. So we did find out somewhat what it stemmed from. So they were basically beefing for the last 2 years, as we see, just the same way you see other YouTubers beef. Okay, allegations were made and things like that, probably threats too, and it just got out of hand. All right, there's something that just really got out of hand. Let's keep it real. Could have been. Okay, I mean, like I said, we did look into the case and such and everything, and we did see a lot of stuff, but I don't normally say, crazy stuff about people who just got out alive. So I always keep it a certain type of way over here. Okay, let me go ahead and see if I can find any more videos on this real quick. Let's stop this right here. Let's see what else they're saying. So we do have some, I don't want to hear her. Let's see. Okay, let's see if anybody, I'm trying to hear somebody talk loud. So let's see what this person right here is talking about, okay?
Breaking late Sunday night. Las Vegas police responded to a shooting on the Strip.
This, okay, I should have known.
Breaking late Sunday
Hold on,
night.
let me do this.
Las Vegas
I
police
should have known. Is
responded
this
to a
him
shooting
right
on
here?
the Strip.
The one who did the shooting? Probably so. Let's see here. Okay, let's look at this one right here.
Gossip, nigga, just stop it. Everybody know.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me mute that, y'all. So this is the two that, these are the two people who got, I don't know which one is which. If they didn't have that music on in the background, is this the two that got unalive right here? Okay, let me stop this real quick because I don't know who these, let me see. Somebody said, imagine being this old. I said the same thing. These people be old as hell and be up online beefing over and over again and threatening each other. I mean, be old, y'all. I'm not joking. And they're just too old. Somebody said 2 families destroyed for what? Over some words. I told you, a sad world we live in. There is nothing anyone could say about me or my family that would lead me to do that. Let me tell you something, honey. You have to actually put your hands on me, okay, in order for me to utilize self-defense. You have to basically put me in a situation where I would have to, defend myself. Okay, point blank. I'm not just going to go and mess with someone. It has to be self-defense for me. Just put it like that. Because I'm not going to jail for nobody. And I would basically try hard not to take someone's life. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's self-defense. So I don't understand how people be online constantly beefing for 2 years, because they were beefing for 2 years with another man. Okay, I just don't understand that. But you know what? You see it all the time. People doxing each other, people putting people's phone number up online, posting it all on their channels and stuff. Defaming people's character, lying, saying they did stuff and they know it's not true, calling them a prostitute. You know what I'm talking about, and no, that's not true. These are the type of things those type of words right there are words that can really cause people to get, things done to them. That's why you got to be very careful when you do certain things or say certain things online. Okay, posting people's personal information like their phone numbers, their addresses online, doxing people, making verbal, subliminal threats, all types of weird stuff, So people got to think about these things before they do them, point blank. Right. You said Vinny the Legend Vinny the Legend must be doing people bad on the web. People like Jabba Wright need to pay attention. That's true. You said that's the guy who shot them. Okay, he is the guy who shot them. Okay, is that guy right there, girlfriend right there? Okay, and then they just said that the other couple, the wife could have had probably been avoided, if she would have went to grab her phone instead of, trying to help her husband. I don't know. Is that who they're talking about? Let's see what else we can find on this real quick, y'all. Because, I never heard of these people before. I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you guys, okay? This is the actual shooting, but I definitely won't be telling you. I won't be showing you this actual video. Okay, you're going to have to go see that yourself. I wish I could show it to you, but I'm not. But they were live streaming when they got unalived, okay? It's on, he was live streaming the whole thing. So it was on social media at first. And some people obviously recorded it, and that's why you can still see it. So you can see it right there. That's him right there, the dude who did it. Right there on the live. And then this must be the other guy right here, I guess. I don't know. Let me see. We're not going to watch the video. Let me see what they're saying.
Tubers down on the strip got into a conference.
So y'all can see that right there, right? Look at the girl. She should have been stopping.
Here's a live
video. We got to stop that right there, okay? We're gonna have to stop that because we can't show that. See, she was trying to stop him. He takes out the thing to start shooting. That's crazy, y'all. That is crazy. All right. We can't show no more of that or anything, but I just wanted to show y'all a little bit of that. That's crazy. So let's see. Let's see. It doesn't matter about it being an open and carry state. If he's doing this and nobody made him fear for his life, he shouldn't be taking it out. They were just on the strip having fun. You know what I'm saying? He just, took out his GUN and started shooting. Goodness, that's crazy. Now his whole life is over too. People better think before they start doing stupid stuff. I'm telling you. Like I said, I wish I could have showed y'all that whole video. You saw where it's at. So just type it into your TikTok or whatever YouTube. I don't know if YouTube still has it up, but type it into TikTok where you see it at right here, and you can go watch that video. Okay, point blank. That's crazy. So that is the shooter right there. Okay, and this is Manny right here. Right. Let's see what he's talking about.
News out of Las Vegas, where a deadly shooting on the Vegas Strip was caught on a live stream.
Yeah, this all happened while you were sleeping right here near the Bellagio Hotel and Casino.
The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department says at least one person is dead.
Now you can see here a lot of law enforcement, in fact, multiple police cars on the scene, still piecing together what happened.
There is this video circulating online showing a gunman firing shots during what appears to be a live stream. A
lot more still to come on this case.
News out of Las Vegas, where a deadly shooting on the Vegas Strip was caught on a live stream.
Yeah, this all happened while you were sleeping right here near the Bellagio.
That is crazy. They was there at that casino in Las Vegas, at that casino, having fun. And this is why you cannot, when you are in beefs with people online, you cannot be showing them where you're at and telling people where you're at while you're there. Wait till you leave and then you tell people where you were at. Okay, and take heed to when people tell you or hint or give you subliminal messages that they will unalive you. And, be cautious. That's crazy. So they got it still up here right here. And you probably can see it down here low. I'm not going to put it up on my page all the way, but you probably can see it right there. When the police was running behind, trying to see what happened, I guess. Look at them. They got the what's out and everything. That's crazy, you guys. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see what else we got here. I need to know more about these people. Let's see. So this is the husband and the wife right here. Let's look at it up close. That's the husband right here, right?
Tag donuts.
That's the dude right there. Y'all see it already. Like I said, we can't show it here. So he just walked up. So he knew what they were going to be at. That's why I say you cannot be telling people what you're doing, especially when you know that people are after you. This dude was up in the camera having fun, laughing. Then this dude just walks up that looks like this person. Is this his wife? I don't know. This lady right here was trying to stop him. You know, this is crazy, y'all. Yeah, the lady screaming was Finney the Legend's wife, and then he turned around and shot her, right? She could have basically took out someone, took him out. Yeah, when they said she ran, they got her phone. I don't know if this is true, allegedly, you know. That's why you got to stay strapped yourself, because when he did this and she was standing here watching it, if she would have had something, she could have got him right there on the spot. Okay? This is crazy, man. That is crazy. Somebody see so many people saying how weird it is to grab the camera right after watching someone get shot. Isn't this similar to what Erica did with Valeria? Yes, she's been blamed for being involved. Then somebody said, the creator said, well, all I can say is his wife was seen while it happened. And even though she grabbed the camera, she was unalive trying to stop him while she was holding the camera. Why did you have to film that? She should have been grabbing something else to stop him. Now, so that's crazy, guys. So they said Manny was hunting Finney. So he was really basically searching for him. He said it a couple of days ago. That's crazy. So he was hunting him. What did he say about this dude that made him, you know, feel like he needed to, you know, go after this dude and basically unalive him and his wife? What did he say? Okay, let me go ahead and see what else I got. Let me just leave this right here real quick. Let's read y'all comments. Oh, wow, man. Hey, Kim B, thank you so much for being here. All right. Okay, thank you, Jermaine. Okay, we already figured that one out, but thank you. So copyright strikes trigger the beef. Finney publicly joked about Manny after YouTube repeatedly rejected Manny's copyright claims on Finney content. Social media taunts and insults. Finney mocked Manny, accusing him of being mentally unstable and even S-word. Meanwhile, Manny allegedly began posting videos hinting at real-life confrontations. That's what started it, which is plainly crazy. Hassan Campbell, another one, should pay attention to this. Who is that? Hassan Campbell. I got to look him up. Manuel Sin City Manny Ruse allegedly pepper sprayed Finney's wife, Bubbly, during their feud. Wow. He definitely walked by. That's why I say he just walked right by. Yeah, he definitely did. He was stalking them. That's why when people tell you that they would do something to you, and they're stalking you all throughout social media and doing the most, you got to pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? You got to. Right here, you said, yeah, this is what I wanted to look at, this right here. Social media taunts and insults. And this also comes from, you know, people who watch this foolishness, this beef, and probably gave out cash apps, donations. I don't know if they did. I'm just saying probably. You know, just basically supporting the channel. And this is why people do these beefs. Listen, the public is also responsible, because you got to stop watching these beefing channels, okay? Because you just never know, you know, what that other person, what those people may do to one another. If you are in the audience supporting that, you know what I'm saying, telling them to go ahead at it and things like that, you know, instigating, doing the most, you're just as responsible for this as the people who did it, or the person who did it. Let's see here what y'all saying down here. Right, which is crazy, you know, which is very, very crazy, okay, to be doing that type of stuff. Let me look up what's his name? Hassan Campbell. Let's see who that is. Let me look on my phone and see who this person is. Let me turn my phone down first, because I don't know who that is. I don't be knowing all these people. Let's see. Let's see. It's a lot of people who better stop doing this shit on social media for real, and they think it's a game. See, I don't mess with nobody, but if somebody mess with me, you know, I pretty much take up for myself. But all in all, we are all too damn old. Okay, let's keep it real. You're past 22. You should not be online, including myself, beefing with anyone. I don't give a damn if you dated them, you talk to them online, or whatever the case is. Do what you need to do, and then go take appropriate measurements. Like get law enforcement involved, lawsuits and things like that. All that going back and forth. In J4 knows that's so immature. You know what I'm saying? Going back and forth, talking about each other, putting each person's personal stuff up, phone numbers and things like that. It's plainly ridiculous, especially when you're in your late 20s and mid 20s and your 30s, and certainly in your 40s and 50s. In your 50s, you need your ass whipped. All right, because you're too old. Okay, point blank. And I'm saying that for real because I know I was up here arguing with this dude and stuff and everything, but it's just, we're all too old. Let's keep it real. It's just plainly ridiculous. If you can't get along, just leave each other alone and go your own separate ways. Whether you are people who dated or used to be friends, or you just don't like this YouTuber, or whatever the case is. Because some people out here will really unalive your ass, and anybody that's with you. So this is Hassan Campbell. This is the first time I've ever seen this dude. But what does he do? He used to be in a Tribe Called Quest. Let's see. So he be up there doing the most? Okay. Oh, really? He got bad energy. See, I have never, ever watched him. That's why I didn't know who he is or anything. Let's see. We got to definitely know not to do certain things. This is plainly ridiculous. Let me see this right quick. And that goes to everybody, including myself. Now, let's see here. So Benny did try to squash the beef, okay? Let me read this out loud to you guys. It says, so a close friend of Benny's, his name is Derek W., shared it with Fox 5 News of Vegas. Okay, so I guess Benny wrote, I'm just glad it was pepper spray. It wasn't bullets. His wife said she was okay. So he was just like, okay, let's handle this another way. He controlled his emotions very well. So rather than meet aggression with aggression, Benny took the high road, responding with online comebacks and invite to appear live streams, inviting Manny to clear the air instead of retaliate. But here's the sad truth. Things did not stop at the spray. What began as a hurtful, prankish move evolved into a DADLY demonstration of how small, unaddressed grievance can spiral. So that was a close friend of Finney, Derek W., who shared this with Fox 5 Vegas. He said that Benny tried to squash the beef. All right. So again, which one is Benny? Okay, Benny looks like a Latino dude. Is that Benny? You can tell me in the chat, Jermaine, because I don't know which one is which by the names. Because like I said, I never even watched their channels and didn't even really know about them at all, So I'm just basically seeing this. Hey, Drip Advisory, long time no see. What's going on? Y'all, Drip is in the house. What's up? What's up? Okay, so Benny is the black guy. So Benny, the black guy, tried to squash the beef. And the Latino dude was teed off by whatever Benny probably said to him, and just, went out of control. Let's keep it real. Took it to a whole nother level, a level that it should have never went to. You know what I'm saying? It should have never transpired to that. So Finney is the black dude and Benny is the other dude. Right. Manny is Hispanic. Finney is black. Okay. Thank you guys. Because like I said, I don't know these people. All right. But I just know it's a tragedy, when stuff like this happens. Now let me go ahead and go to my other notes about this incident. Let's read a little bit more about it on my other phone. Okay, yeah. Thank you, guys. I said Benny. I did say Benny. Okay, let's do this again. Now you're not tripping. Okay, so Finney, Fenny, is the black dude. All right. Manny is the Hispanic. All right, that's what you said. Y'all just spelling the name different right here. But Finney is the black dude. Okay, and Manny is the Hispanic dude. Okay. So what's his name? You said there's no Finney. So what's his name? One is named. Oh, let me look on my thing, y'all, because y'all tripping. Hold on. Let me go to my trusted source right here. First, I got to get off the freak off stuff with Diddy. Hold on, let me go up here. Okay, hold on. Damn, let me go. It's a lot of shit here. Okay, let's see. Okay, this Finney, Finney, the legend. Let's just call him the legend, okay? And his wife, Bubbly. Okay, of course, we know both are YouTubers. They were allegedly shot and unalive on the Las Vegas Strip near the, I forgot how you pronounce the dang hotel. The, I forgot how you say it, Bella, I forgot how they say, y'all know that hotel in the casino, okay? On Sunday, June the 8th, 2025. So let's see. So the incident, the shooting reportedly happened on Sunday night. Suspect is Sin City Manny Wise, okay, who ran a now deleted YouTube channel called Sin City Family. All right. So Sin City Manny, that's the Latino dude. All right. So anyway, it was a live stream. It was captured on a live stream on the Legends YouTube channel. The Legends is the black dude. Okay. While the video has since been removed, many online users reportedly witnessed the shooting unfold live. And of course, they recorded it and kept it. He definitely did, huh? Right. Thank you, J4. Right. Thank you. Okay. The motive. The police have indicated that the suspect and the victim had engaged in some type of conflict using a variety of social media platforms. So, as we already know, they had some type of dispute and words were being thrown around. The other dude pepper sprayed the other dude's wife. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that was going on. So anyway, they do have the suspect. All right. At the time when I got this article, they said that he was not yet officially confirmed. However, they believe they do have the suspect identified. Now, YouTube has reportedly removed Sin City Manny Wise channel because it violated their community guidelines. Okay, so that's the most recent information on the YouTube couple who got unalived early this morning at the casino. Right, talking shit. So let's see this here. So let me ask this question. Let me just write this. And let's see, Fanny. Hold on, y'all. This damn thing always changing my words. And the other dude name is, let me get his name. And Manny. Let's see if this thing will tell me. Hold on for 1 second. We got the music going. I forgot to put it back on. Let me put it back on. I always forget. Okay, let's go back over to the comments. So let's see. Hold on. See if they got anything else. Yeah, it's online stuff. So he is going to court on Tuesday. All right. He will be in court on Tuesday. Well, let's see what they got here. Hold on. Hold on. Let me read all of this. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so here we go, right here. Oh, let's go down. Let's go down. So they said the suspect and the victim had engaged in some type of conflict. Well, we already said that using a variety of social media platforms. Friends of Finney the Legend have indicated that the feud with Roos dated back to at least 2023, allegedly starting after Roos pepper sprayed the wife. And then that conflict reportedly played out over months of heated live streams, online trolling, and personal attacks. Finney reportedly accused Roos of being the S word in the days leading up to the shooting, while Roos posted videos appearing to search for Finney with an F. I know I probably said his name wrong. Just a bunch of bull crap, honestly. So yes, he said he has to appear in court on Tuesday, June the 10th. This is crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, when the dude tried to stop the beef, I don't understand why the other guy just couldn't stop the beef and just tell him, don't talk about me no more online. I won't talk about you, and be done with it. Grown ass men. Just be done with the whole thing. You know, they both could even got it together on their streams and did a public apology and just say, you know, I said all this stuff, you know, because I was mad and I was basically lying. They both could have said the same thing, you know, just so the other guy, so, you know, neither one of the dudes, you know, feel some real type of way. Because if you tell the public that you was just lying, then they'll believe that, you know, you was just lying. So I don't understand why they just, you know, that just didn't happen and just let the feud just go. Just leave each other alone. Go your separate ways. You know, don't talk to each other no more. Don't make no more videos or anything. I don't understand that. It's just plainly crazy. He definitely won't. So he said Finney was taunting him. Manny was calling Bubbly's job, threatening her. In Finney, he turned himself in. Everyone knew he was low key, mentally unstable. So why mess with somebody that has mental situations going on? But then again, if he's messing with him back, see, that's what I'm talking about. If you know that you got some mental shit going on, but then, you know, it depends on those mental things. Because if you have mental things going on, you know, then you probably, some people probably won't know, you know, them responding back like that. They don't know, they don't really understand, you know, what could come out of that. Because they're mentally unstable. Now, some mentally unstable people do know. You know what I'm saying? But some just don't. And I don't know if you do or not, but I'm just saying. You know, if you know a person is like this, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, I just for me, it's just a bunch of nonsense that they were arguing over in the first place. You know, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes people will make you get into a beef with them online, especially when they start posting, you know, your phone number online, or they start, you know, doing weird shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, showing things that they shouldn't show, accusing you of things that you know you didn't do. Like those type of things, sometimes you do have to address them, but to take it off of the computer or to start doxing people's jobs and calling their jobs and calling other family members and things like that, that's crazy. Or putting other people into your situation, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you should basically just keep it between you two, and you certainly shouldn't be calling nobody's jobs and things like that. Like even the beef I was in, the person I used to talk to, I never once called his family members or anything. You know, so I didn't troll. I still don't troll. You know, I don't put on phones. I don't do none of that stuff. But some of that stuff, not calling family members, but some of the other stuff was happening to me with the trolling, you know, and all that type of shit. And putting up phone numbers online and that weird type of shit. You cannot do that to everybody though, because some people really get teed off and they would do just exactly what this dude did. Okay, they would catch your ass off guard and you'll be having fun. The next thing you know, you're no longer here. So that's why you have to watch who you're messing with online, and also watch what you say. That's why I say these two should have basically, when the other one was reaching out trying to squash everything, I just feel like the other one should have just went on and said, okay, I'll squash it. Just you don't be in my way, I don't be in your way. Keep my name out your mouth, and I'll keep yours out of my mouth and let it go. Because they're not little kids. Right. Just very disappointed. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn. I know some people really do make it difficult, for you to ignore stuff. Because like even in my case, it was very difficult to ignore this person, but that's a little different situation. But it can still escalate into something violent when you keep on going back and forth, and people making threats, subliminal threats, posting shit that's really a threat, but they hiding it behind something else. So yeah, so those things could escalate into something, very violent. So that's why I say everybody got to take a moment, take a breath, and realize this isn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it's a lot of negative energy. Why waste your time? It's hot. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, why waste your time? Wait. What am I doing? Let me just get my other pen. Why waste your time beefing with people online in the first place over foolishness? I don't know what my little fan is that I had up here. Let's see what happened to it. Why waste your time beefing with people over foolishness? Now, these three, the two men, clearly they were in the same vicinity before, because how did he pepper spray the wife? You know what I'm saying? So that indicates to me, here's my pen, that they was in the same vicinity, okay, which makes it even more dangerous. You know what I'm saying? That's why that shit should have been squashed all the way around. Now these two people have lost their life. The other one has lost his too, but at least he's alive. Okay. The other two are gone. I think they have kids. And the other one probably got kids too. Who knows? Right. It's a bunch of bull crap. That's what it is. And people who still do this type of online beefing and shit, talking about each other, posting people information, their numbers, their addresses, calling people jobs and reporting people and shit. You better watch it, because everybody don't take too kindly at that type of stuff. And I think another thing, I think YouTube needs to crack down on that too. Right. That's why I take all threats very seriously. And that's why you always hear me say these words right here. I even told the police this. If a certain person or anybody affiliated with this person come up to me and tries to do anything and make me think that I need to be scared and fear for my life, I am going to utilize every self-defense tactic that I know, whether it be the G, the K, or whatever it may be. It may be a combination. All right, I'm just telling you, I just react. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that people need to just leave people alone, period. Because you just never know. You don't have to be bad to defend yourself. You got a lot of scary ass people that, unalive people. It doesn't make any sense. You got a lot of badass people that are right there in the grave right now. So nobody cares about all that. All I know is that people need to leave people alone. Stop doxing. Stop calling people jobs and shit. Family members. Stop putting people's phone numbers up online. Stop doing stuff. When people tell you they done beefing, stop beefing with them. And when your ass is over a certain age, I just don't, all this going back and forth. I mean, you may beef with them for a minute, but 2 years, come on now, 3 years. It reminds me of my situation, but mine is a little different, but still, beefing for 2 to 3 years, two men. Yeah, what is this world coming to when you got two grown ass men beefing with each other for over 2 years? It just doesn't even make any sense. But I do hand it to the other guy black guy, who was trying to squash the whole thing. And the other guy just did not want to. And maybe, if he does have some mental situations going on, maybe that was the reason behind him not letting it go. It depends on what type of mental conditions he has going on. Because some people have mental conditions, right, where they cannot let anything go. All right? They just can't. Okay? They just can't. And they just keep on going on and on and on and on. And now he's going to have a long time to sit in a cell and think about his actions, period. And I don't know if this dude has ever been incarcerated before or anything, but if he has not been incarcerated before, and this is his first time, no telling what he's going to, experience inside of prison when he gets there. It's crazy. Why risk your life for foolishness and over foolishness? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy as hell. So let's see what else we got on this right here. Let's see what else we found on TikTok real quick before we switch over to Diddy. Let me go back over to TikTok and see what else we can find. Let's see. This is all old. I don't see. Let me see if I can go back and refresh this real quick. I'm sitting up here fanning and shit, y'all. Let's see. So, yeah, they don't really have any updated information. So this is the people right there. Y'all can see their pictures right there at the bottom if you can see it. That's the wife and him. They look like they were so happy. He was up on the camera right before the man walked by and did what he did. That's crazy. That's what he was doing in the camera before that happened, smiling and stuff and everything. And this is the dude who did it. Over there by the fountain. That's crazy. Yeah. So YouTube beef go. Let's see what he's saying, okay?
Yo, what it do, T-Top, man? It's your boy, Sweaty. And we got another topic of the day. Topic of the day, a YouTuber just unalived another YouTuber. A dude by the name of Sin City Manny had some ongoing beef with a guy named Finny the Legend. Both of these guys are YouTubers. They make content. They are content creators. Some type of way they got into it. They got into it real bad. They made videos about each other. It was an ongoing beef. And Finny the Legend and his wife was in Las Vegas near the Bellagio. He was on live streaming, just kicking back, enjoying the scenery. I don't know if it was a vacation or business, but it looked like he was having a good time with his wife, with his woman. I guess Sin City Manny got the drop on him. I guess Sin City was in Vegas the same time as Finny. And yo, the boy Sin City Manny started looking for him. I guess he might have seen Finny's live stream and peeped the location. So Sin City, man, he went on a manhunt. He was walking around Las Vegas trying to find him, trying to catch up to him. I seen the video, but let me finish explaining. I seen the video, but Sin City, I don't think he really noticed Finny until Finny the Legend wife had said something to Sin City Manny. Because from the video I saw, it looked like Manny was finna walk right past him. And I guess Finny the Legend wife, seen him and was kind of like, I guess telling him, don't start nothing, don't come over here and start nothing. And he looked at her, then looked at Finny and said, oh, y'all right here. Man, he pulled out a pistol, man, and unalived Finny the Legend right there on the spot. His wife was screaming, hollering. Man, he finished off too. Police rushed to the scene, ambulance rushed to the scene. Both of them didn't make it. I want to say rest in peace to Finny the Legend and his wife. I want to send condolences to their family. When did YouTubers start having real smoke with each other, like street beef? Man, this dude just threw his whole life away, man. This dude was making money off YouTube. He had a fan base. And you threw it all away because you and another person's not seeing eye to eye. You know, from what I heard, what I understand, it was some threatening, like when in they beef, it was some threatening words being exchanged. You know, but dog, you gotta play defense at the end of the day. I don't know if either one of them had kids or anything like that, but man, you gotta learn how to play defense, dude. You got tricked out of your position. You literally walked up on them and alive a couple in front of multiple witnesses. And bruh, it wasn't even worth it.
Sure wasn't.
Like you failed for the bait. You know? Man, this dude was out there kicking it with his wife. Enjoying Vegas, and man, they never made it home. Where is the security? I thought it was security around Vegas. I thought it was cameras and like, I guess it would never matter. This dude had a mission, man. He had a mission, and I guess he said he don't give a damn. Yo, man, let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. Do you know any of the YouTubers? Do you follow them, man? Do you support their movement, their content? How you feel about him crashing out like that?
Okay. Gosh, it's going to take me forever to close this out. Okay, so like I said before, I think I was talking about YouTube itself, and I was saying that I think YouTube though needs to change some rules or add additional rules. Like for example, they should not allow any person on YouTube to post anybody's address, phone numbers, or anything like that. Point blank. That should be immediate grounds of terminating your YouTube channel or channels. And what they should do is when they find out that you did it, they should have a system intact where it checks throughout the entire system to see if you have other channels. And that same thing should apply to every single channel that you have. That's why YouTube should have everybody show up an official driver's license or passport in order to get a channel. That way they would cut down people making, other channels and posing as other people. You know what I'm saying? So YouTube needs to do some things. You know what I'm saying? They should not allow certain things. They claim they don't, but people do post numbers. I'm battling that right now. Posting your number all over your social media pages for the world to see, and then thinking you have the authority to do that when you don't. You shouldn't have to do a bunch of privacy complaints. You should only have to do one. Okay, just one. And again, YouTube should go throughout their whole system to check to see if there are similar pages, and they can go back and fact check with you to see if that's their other channels too. Because of course, if you know a person is putting your information up, you're going to check every channel that they have. Okay, but I think, like I said, I just think YouTube need to, restructure their system and, stop all of this stuff from happening before more YouTubers be unalive like this because of beefing. They shouldn't even allow beefing. You know what I'm saying? They should not allow beefing whereby it's like, like this type of beefing. You got people on here just beef and threaten each other and go ride by each other's houses and shit, trying to get each other. You got weird stuff. Anytime YouTube hears that type of stuff, your channel automatically should be just terminated. And then I'm telling you, when they just stop suspending people and just start terminating their accounts, these people would think before they start beefing online and doing the most. You have to get a little bit harder with people. They want to act like kids, you have to treat them like kids. Point blank. Right, Drip. Yeah, he should have kept his location a secret. That's nothing too. If you know that you are in an altercation with someone online, you don't need to tell them where you're going. You wait till you go there and come back, and then you show them pictures where you been, not as you are there. Because if somebody may be looking for your ass, you keep everything a secret. And if you want to tell people about it, you wait till you come back. You don't post it, while you're there. Come on now. And that's nothing too. I don't understand why they do this because of sponsors. I thought they said that sponsors don't like to see certain things, but if YouTube is pushing through the algorithm, right, that means that some sponsors must be, advertising on these channels and making YouTube money, because otherwise they would not be pushing, content creators who do this beefing. Then you got people donating to people who do nothing but beef. I don't even understand how people can even donate to people who just do that all damn day and night. It's like they reward people for doxing people. They reward people for cussing people out. That's so damn weird. Right, quick numbers, quick money in those Cash App donations and those super stickers and super chats, which is crazy. And then, when you talk about Black people doing this, you're just basically, making it look like we don't do nothing but argue and fight and unalive each other. And don't tell me that they do it too, because nobody cares. We're talking about Black people right now. I hate when y'all do that. Okay, we're talking about Black people who do this. All right, so when we do this online, it's just basically make people believe that the things that white people say about Black people are actually true, because that's what they see on social media. All right, they see you up here as a man, a Black man, and you're sitting up here calling a Black woman a bitch. That's not good. You sit up here, especially a woman, that isn't really that at all, and you're just mad at her. How can y'all think that is right to do that? Right, that's what they be doing. They're waiting to see people get into altercation or somebody get hurt or something like that, which is crazy. Just like when people get online, they start cussing and calling each other names. People get off on that, and that's weird. And then they start giving out cash apps, super stickers, super chats, instigating it. And let me tell y'all something really, really, really important. The main people who are instigating, if something go down, they are not going to be there. All right. All those people who was hyping this dude up, I wonder if they are there in the jail cell with him right now or at the jail. And then when he goes to prison, will they come out there to visit him all the time he's in prison? No, they're not. All right, let's keep it real. They're going to go on with their lives. That's stupid. So that's why y'all need to stop, buying into all this foolishness, and get encouraged by people who instigate your shit. Because when you get into a real situation, they're not going to be there to help you at all. They're just going to be up here talking about it, just like they're doing now, and saying who fault it is and what you should have done and what you should do. That's what they're going to do. And then after maybe a year or two, if it takes that long, they are going to forget about you. And you are going to be sitting your dumb ass in a prison cell, rethinking all this over again and saying to yourself, you should have done it. Because look where your future is right now. So you got to think about your actions before you do it. Like I said, I only utilize violence when someone put me in that situation where I have to practice self-defense. Otherwise, I'm not going to utilize any violence. Right, they're not going to remember anything. The channel is not there anymore. It's gone. They took it down. So, what is this all for? Because you're embarrassed. You're embarrassed because this man called you mentally unstable, because this man may have said something, other things about you, do you know who you are? If you know who you are, especially as a man, you should not care what nobody says about you. If you know that you are not a certain type of person, you shouldn't be concerned about what somebody say. And even if you are that person that they are saying, who in the hell are they to tell you about yourself? Worry about yourself. All right. And I know we are all guilty of this, including myself, but still, reality is this. Who are they? And how can they talk about any damn body? Everybody got things crazy in their life. You know what I'm saying? Or negative. Now, if you're out here messing with people, though, and somebody's attacking you back, that is kind of a little different. But still, I still say that, somebody got to be the grown up and somebody got to learn how to stop, point blank. Okay, even if somebody is messing with you first. Like in my case, you still have to learn how to stop. It's like I remember J4 used to always tell me, Shay, just don't even respond back. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. You can't keep, you can respond back maybe 1 or 2 times, but to respond back for 2, 3 years, 4 years, you may take a break, like if something happened again, sometimes you may reply back, but you don't have to do 50,000 videos again because you already did it before. Okay, just like in this guy's case, these dudes' case, they had already did a bunch of videos, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He pepper sprayed the wife. So when he did that, that should be a key right there, which it was, because he was trying to squash it. And the other guy did not want to squash it. He had went too far. And that's when, right, egos and stuff, right. And that's when the police should have been involved. But some people don't, I ain't gonna snitch. But I'm not going to call the police, but the police is going to come if something jumps off or if somebody presses charges. The police will come then. That's crazy. Y'all say the same thing when a woman hits you. You say, I'm not going to call the police on it because I don't want her to go to jail. But yet, she will continue to hit you, and then finally you will get fed up. Then you hit her back. Then your dumb ass is in jail. I mean, this stuff does not even make any sense, what some of you guys say. All right, you should be saying, if you say you don't want to snitch, you should be saying this. I'm not trying to go get myself in jail. Get that shit. Snitch. If somebody is threatening you online and you got physical proof of it for real, I'm not talking about that made up threat shit that some people like to do, but for real threat, I promise you should be going, I'm telling you, you should be going to report this. You know what I'm saying? And let the law handle this. Because if you don't, eventually, if something pop off, whether you do it or they do it, the law is going to be involved. So why wait until a disaster? Especially if you just can't cut ties and things like that. And do not broadcast where you're going, when you're going to be there, or anything. If you go anywhere, you put that up after you get back home. But this man probably would have tried to find out where the dude lived at if he didn't already know. So that's why I say some people just don't need to be, engaged in this type of stuff, especially when you start getting older. These are not kids, you guys. I know some people still think they're young when they're 40 some years old, but your ass is getting old. You're older too, so stop that. You're too old to be sitting up online beefing with other people, certainly with another man, and you are a man. Damn, when did the world change where 2 grown-ass men sit up online beefing like women, calling each other names and stuff? Honestly, I don't think I would want to do like that, because for me, something is wrong there. Why are grown-ass men up online beefing with other men? Some of them don't even know each other, and that's really crazy. How are you beefing with strangers? I don't give 2 shit what a stranger say. And don't tell me nothing about the beef that I had, because that dude is not a stranger. We were actually talking all the damn time. So that's a little bit a different story. You know what I'm saying? However, I still say we are both too grown to be beefing online, point blank. See, one thing about people in general, you cannot sit up on your channel or anywhere and say what other people do, but you don't admit what you do. Okay? So it's like this. I don't give a damn who mess with each other first. If you are grown as shit, you should be able to stop it. Okay? And distance yourself from the whole entire situation. If that means that you don't go to their channel anymore. See, the thing is, you don't know what a person say unless you go to their channel or people are telling you. So you need to tell these people, stop telling you stuff. Okay, that's the first thing. And that way you won't know. And then stop going to their channels yourself, watching what they do. All right. The only time you may want to watch people if they are they're throwing out actual threats or subliminal messages, with hidden threats. You may want to watch them then. But if you are watching them, you can't react to the shit they are saying unless they are putting your numbers up or something like that on social media. And then that's when you call the police for real and let them know that and file all the proper charges and make sure you're keeping yourself safe and keeping your business to yourself so people will know where you live at and things like that. So if you're going to do beefing and stuff with people, you got to know how to do certain things to keep you and your family safe. And you got to be willing to not post anything online unless you posted it after the fact. Yeah, a lot of them are this keyboard warriors. They ain't going to do a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like to be online keeping up foolishness, which doesn't make any sense. And like I said, we all are having, not everybody, but, some of us are guilty of beefing with someone. I only beef with one person, though, but still, it doesn't make a difference. Beefing is beefing. You know what I'm saying? We're still too old, including myself. You're too old to be up online beefing with. I don't give a damn if you've been dating a person 6 years, or you're married to them, or you're not, or you don't know each other, you do know each other. It's just simply not even worth it. You get headaches, you wasting up time, you could be doing something else, and you're making your channel not look bad, it's looking bad. You are making your race of people look crazy, especially when people already think that, your race of people are violent and things like that. So why fall into that stereotype by showing this online? Just plainly ridiculous. And this entire thing did not have to happen. And my condolences are expressed out to the victims' families and friends and fans. And my prayers are extended out to everybody, that was affected, that is affected from this. And my prayers even go out to this other dude because something is wrong with him. Okay? They really are, his family, because they're going to, miss a person that should be there. And if you have any kids, the kids are going to miss him. That's why grown people, you got to maintain being grown at all times. Okay? Especially if you have kids. You got to. You cannot let stuff online push you over the edge where you want to, unalive a person. That's crazy. And if you know you got mental situations going on, make sure you go get help to help you out. Sometimes when they prescribe medications, it's not enough dosage. The dosage is not too high, or it can be too high. It's not high enough, or either it can be too high. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure that your medications is right so it can control the things that it needs to control. And if you haven't been to the doctor, you need to go to the doctor if you know something ain't right. Like I said, this whole entire situation just got out of hand. Again, I think if YouTube changed some rules and make it harder to do certain things, a lot of this beefing would stop. All this doxing and shit, it should be automatically a page termination if you are doxing people. If somebody does a complaint with YouTube and have proof and show that you are doxing, your channel should be gone. It should be gone. But we all know why YouTube does not operate like that. Because some of these channels that do this, they probably make YouTube a lot of money. So therefore, that money is ruling. But as a person, regardless of your color, you should want to show the best side of you that you can. Because remember, young kids may also be watching your shows. And then we ask, ourselves, ask other people, why do kids run around doing certain things? Negative things. You know why they do that? Because they see grown-ups doing it. And then you on your YouTube acting like a weirdo and doing the most, you don't never know. You sit up here calling women bitch, bitch. And then young boys see this, then they think that it's cool to do that. And young girls see it, they think it's Oh yeah, that's how usually black guys talk. It's not a good look. Any man who call a woman a bitch is not a man anyway. All right, point blank. Who are you to try to tell somebody who is a bitch anyway? And then when you call a women a bitch, you're basically saying that the women in your family are bitches too. You know what I'm saying? So you should watch that. Watch that. You said Tasha K. What now? So it's plainly ridiculous, you guys. It's plainly ridiculous. All right. So I want you guys to hold on for a second. Let me put this song on real quick again, and I'm going to take a little break. I'll be right back. I have to go take my medicine. Okay. Let me mute this, and I'll be right back, guys. Hold on for a second. Let me mute this. Y'all can listen to this again. I'll be right back. And this is the time for you to take a little break too. Okay. I'll be right back. Wait, what am I doing? Why is it? Hold on. Is this right here? Oh no, I'm tripping. Okay, I did the wrong thing. Shades tube on another level at nighttime, you guys. Hold on, let me go down or up or however you call it. It's this one right here.
Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Mic hot, crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Look on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I let gang back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Look on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right here, late night with Shay.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
Yeah, come back. Okay. So these little commercial breaks go by so quick, you guys. But I am back again. I'm back again. All right. Anyway. Okay. So let's see what else you guys wrote right here real quick. Let me put this other music back on. Let's go over here to the comment section. Let's see what else you guys wrote. Okay, y'all didn't write anything else. So, again, like I said, my condolences and prayers are extended out to the victims' families and friends and fans. And, it's just a sad situation, you guys. Anytime YouTubers or any person life is taken, period, and certainly over foolishness. And we as grown up people, regardless of your race or whatever your age or gender or whatever the case is, we have to start acting like grown-ups, okay? And stop letting situations get out of control. All right. I do know that people do beef because they do get mad. But when the beefing starts to get violent and people start calling people homes and jobs and things like that, it's time for someone to say, this is not worth it. Okay. And sometimes, that means that you have to get law enforcement involved. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you just have to do that. And certainly make sure you keep everything private, because once you put yourself in that type of situation, you got to keep everything private so you can keep yourself and your family safe. Point blank. That's why it's just not a good thing to get involved in beefing. Point blank. All right. So I will be keeping you guys abreast of this situation, this topic. As I get more information, in, I'll let you guys know, what's happening with this case. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and move on now. Let me stop sharing this, and we will move on to Diddy's case right now. Okay. Let me take this down and put Diddy's stuff up here. Hold on for a minute, y'all. So this is Diddy trial day number 19, correct? Number 19. I think I'm correct. So yeah, today. Let's go to my notes with Diddy. Let's do Diddy. Let's bring this open. Let's see. Got to go all the way back because I've been talking about the other case first. Okay, I think this is today. Today is Monday. It was Monday. It is 12:10 out here on the West Coast. Happy and blessed Tuesday to you guys. All right. Anyway, on Monday, June the 9th, 2025, of course, like we already know, Diddy is up against federal ex-trafficking charges and racketeering. All right. And this is the 5th week with the emotional testimony of Jane, who is an anonymous former girlfriend and alleged victim. This was her 3rd day on the witness stand. Okay, you guys, her 3rd day, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Tony Vance, how you doing tonight? So here is some key events that happened. All right. Okay, as I said, Jane continued to testify today on coercion and hotel nights. Now, y'all know the hotel nights are basically like freak off nights. Okay, they just use a different term for it. Now, Jan tearfully recounted more details of her alleged coerced participation in hotel nights. And this included Diddy and male escorts, allegedly. Now, she testified that she repeatedly told Diddy she wanted to stop having sex with other men. She said she even texted him that she was tired and needed a break. She also said, X is sacred to me. Honestly, that's why you can't start doing certain things. All right. Because once you start, you try the first and second time, then people want you to continue to do it. So I just advise you not to do certain things if you are not, willing to keep on doing it. Because some men, man, you just can't do stuff. Anyway, she described feeling obligated to perform due to Diddy paying her $10,000 a month rent, which he still pays right now. Okay, allegedly. Anyway, she referred to this as a love contract. Okay, now we talked about the love contract, I think, on Friday of last week, and I told you guys exactly what that is. Anyway, she read text messages to the court where she complained about feeling used and locked in a room to perform and fulfill his fantasies. She said she feared losing her home because, of course, he was paying her monthly rent or mortgage payment. She also detailed, a specific hotel nights, including one on her birthday, where she felt pressured to engage with an escort despite her wishes. She described Diddy giving her a dirty look when she asked for a prophylactic during one of these encounters, a CONDOM. She described physical and emotional distress, including throwing up after X with multiple men during one section. And she said she also got a lot of urinary tract infections and yeast infections. She also mentioned experiencing brain fog and the inability to concentrate due to the DRUG use. Jan stated that when she read Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy in November 2023, she cried for 3 days and felt sick because Cassie's description of the freak-offs matched her own actual trauma and experience, word for word. She texts Diddy, accusing him of gaslighting her and calling her experiences sexual exploitation. Then she started talking about the alleged physical assaults and threats. She said she had a violent encounter in 2024 after she confronted Diddy about cheating. She claimed Diddy chased her, kicked down doors, and put her in a chokehold. Then she said he punched her in the head and kicked her. She said he insisted she participated in a freak-off style encounter with a male ex-worker. Then, immediately after this alleged assault, he told her, "You're not going to ruin my night like this." She also claimed he gave her an ECSTASY pill. Jan testified that Diddy threatened to release X videos of her to the father of her child after Cassie's lawsuit became public, and she discussed seeking compensation for her resentment against Diddy. Okay, let's see here. So they did say Diddy's mother, Janice Combs, was present in the courtroom, and Diddy was observed mouthing to her, "I love you, mommy." Mommy. Okay. So then they did Jan's cross-examination by Diddy's defense attorneys, and that is expected to continue tomorrow, Tuesday, or later today. Now, the prosecution is nearing the end of their presentation of evidence. So let's go ahead and check out any other summaries. Any other additional information about Diddy's trial today. Hold on for a minute. So let's see here. Oh, let's see. Let's see here what else we have here. It's the same thing. Okay, let's see what else I have saved. Oh, let me just say thank you. Hold on. Okay, so let's see what you guys said. Yes, Diddy was paying for a house $10,000 a month, and he held it over her head. And that's nothing too. She said that that's why she did not. That's why she did the freak offs, the hotel nights and things like that, because he was holding that basically over her head. But you know what? Honestly, I know it would be hard, but sometimes you have to let these things go. Okay, you have to let him have his house. Okay. Because why are you in the $10,000 a month house if you can't pay that yourself anyway? That's weird. If he put you in this house, and he's paying that, you're going to always be obligated to him because you can't afford that type of house for your own. So, for me, like I said, If he was doing all these things that she's accuses him of, there's no way I could have stayed in that house and let him pay that, continue to pay that rent so he can hold it, or mortgage, so he can hold that over me and have me doing weird shit. I would have been gone. That's crazy. That's very crazy. Looking for me. Let me just tell you to put this message on here. Okay. Now let me see what else I got on. Yeah, these things are smart, man. They respond back to you like they are people. I don't know. They respond back to you. This AI shit responds back to you like a person. I can honestly see how people will be sitting up in their house if you got lonely people, right, and they don't have no friends or anything else. I can honestly see how they can be online talking to AI on their phone and probably talk to this thing all damn day. I can see it because they talk to you like a damn person. You know what I'm saying? It's almost scary. I did a whole live a couple years ago about artificial intelligence. Y'all need to check that out. All right. I may do another one. It's crazy. I mean, they just basically carry on a whole conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's weird. They know your name. I mean, just everything. Okay, so let's see what else we got on Diddy's situation. You said that, yeah, she felt emotionally trapped and financially beholden. But listen, you cannot be accepting a $10,000 home, okay? And then this dude is already doing the most. He's doing these things all these years or months or whatever the case is. I would have gave him his house back and be gone. That's why he was holding it over her head, because he knew that she couldn't afford that house. He's still paying it now, allegedly, which is weird. Right. Like, you know what? He's not the only person who does this, that threatens to cut off the rent, and things like that, and leak intimate videos and pictures and things like that. I don't know why some people do this. It's weird. You say you see a pattern? Okay. So here, so let's see, I got some more Diddy stuff. So as far as the case, let me make sure I got everything regarding the case real quick. Let's see. Make sure I told y'all everything. Let's see what they got. Okay. Oh, I did wanted to tell you this. So over the weekend, Combs' team did request a mistrial. This is the second time they have done so, alleging fabrication in witnesses' testimony. I think they're talking about, what's the girl's name? Her name started with a B. Her nickname is Bag, something I can't remember. Dana, something like that. The one I was talking about the other day. They are saying that she was lying, okay? So I don't know if the judge is going to, he probably won't be, approving that. So I guess we'll know more about that tomorrow if they didn't say anything today about it. Yeah, that's a mistrial claiming Brianna lied. Let me see here. So I think I already told y'all about the part where this lady said that Diddy choked her and dragged her when they had an argument back in 2024, okay? And she did date Combs from 2021 to 2024, all right? So 3 years. Now, one of her messages, and I think I read this to you guys before, She said, I don't want to be used and locked in a room to fulfill your fantasies. And she said that message to Combs when her and Combs were dating. She also said, I'm not a porn star. I'm not an animal. She put that in another text message. And then on September the 9th, 2024, she said that Combs asked Jane to send explicit videos and expressed his desire for her to join him in New York, but she did not because he got arrested. Damn, so he was trying to do another freak off with her right before he got arrested. That's crazy, man. This dude is sick. Really? You said after Cassie's November 2023 civil suit, Holmes called Jan. This is when I need you to be there for me. You know, we did all that shit together. So right there, if this is true, he's basically using a little bit of I'm not gonna say blackmail, but like a little intimidation right there, because he's telling her right there, I need you to be here for me. You know, we did all that shit together, basically reminding her that we did some weird shit together. And if you don't want that out, or you don't need to tell, you need to make sure you got my back. That's what I'm thinking. So anyway, he's definitely a narcissist. Jane initiated a confrontation, accusing Combs of inappropriate behavior. PEDOPHILE, comments about a younger woman. She pushed him through candles and yelled, just leave before retreating. Okay. So a younger woman, how old was this younger woman? And this was June 18, 2024. Thank you, Jermaine. So there you go with the kid thing now, the PEDO thing. So we finally hear something about that, huh? So like I told y'all, James cross examinations is scheduled to start tomorrow. Or today, I mean, the 10th. And when he choked and kicked her, this happened months before he was arrested, okay? This is what he did. Let's see. He choked her, he punched her, allegedly. He kicked her and he dragged her by the hair. And he left her with visible injuries. And so on June the 18th, 2024, Jane says she and Combs got into an argument during a date night at home. She accused him of being with another woman when he went to Utah to vacation with his family. And that's the day she called him a PEDO. Now, she did note that she believed the woman was over 18, but 25, 27 years his junior. Okay, but that's crazy. She allegedly shoved his head into a marble counter when he bent over as if to tie his shoes. Then she started throwing candles and glass at him. When she sensed things would escalate, she locked herself in the bedroom, but Combs kicked open several doors, Jane testified. As she tried to flee the house, he picked her up in a chokehold. She said she could not breathe, and she was on her tippy toes. This is a mess. Then she got away and she ran 6 blocks and hid for 2 hours. And when she returned home, Combs continued to attack her. What? If you fled and you ran away, what the hell would you return home? So he can continue to fight you again. You should have returned back with the police. Ones that he's not. Okay, just return back with the police. Now, she did say she punched him in his forehead And then Combs had punched her back twice in the head. She had been balled up on the ground trying to cover her head, and Combs started to punch and kick her. Jane told the court he then grabbed her hair and started to drag her. Later, as she showered, she started smacking. I guess they meant he started smacking her in the face, then instructed her to put some ice on her injuries and put an outfit on, meaning high heels and lingerie. So I thought he beat her ass. He still wanted her to do all this weird shit. And then she said Combs saw that she had been texting an adult entertainer she called Anton. Combs suspected she and Anton were having relations behind his back. So then he started yelling at her. And then he invited him over. This is weird. And then he asked her, "Did you cheat on me?" Okay. And then in the bathroom, Jane testified while crying. Combs got an inch from her face and instructed her to take ECSTASY and perform X acts with Anton. She said, "I don't want to." And then she allegedly replied, to which Combs said, "Is this coercion?" Okay. She said, "It just felt like forever. I just felt sick, like I wasn't in my own body. I felt disgusted. I felt terrible." And then, even though this all happened, you guys, she saw Combs a couple days later, and they both expressed their feelings, I believe. Then Combs had allegedly told Jane that she broke his trust and they would be breaking up. But we are still going to be friends, best friends. And then in a video shown to the court, Jan bruised eye and welts on her forehead could be seen. Okay, let's see what else she said. This is crazy, man. Let's see what else they got. So they did play Combs' apology post. Okay, it was played by the court and during Jan's testimony. Now, she did say that his first draft of Diddy's apology, he said that was heartfelt. But the final version, which he shared online, it did not seem like it was genuine. Okay, that's crazy. So let's see. So they said when Homeland Security agents served their search warrant a woman and raided Combs' LA home in Miami home in March 2024, an official came to her house, Jane testified, and she did not answer the door. Wait, I almost dropped this. She called Sean Diddy Combs, but he did not answer. Later, he allegedly hired a lawyer, but she recalled she did not employ him for a very long time. Now, Jane said that she became a side chick and an ex-worker in her own relationship. I don't either. They go back. And we know it's about a lot of money. Like with her, in her case, he was paying her rent. But why would you have a place that costs $10,000 a month? I don't understand that. If you can't pay 10 grand, I mean, you can always, see if a woman goes, if she goes a little bit over her budget, because she knows the man is going to be helping. But to be doing 10 grand, come on now, that's a lot. That's going to keep you bonded to him and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially because you can't afford that. And he's going to use that over your head and just basically manipulate you because he's going to keep on telling you, threatening you with the money he's paying for your mortgage payment or your rent. That's crazy. This is crazy. And then she said she never told anybody about what she and Combs did privately. She said it was a shameful, dark secret that she had. And she also claimed that she begged Diddy to stop drugging women in a text. She texted Combs and said, please stop drugging women and leave women alone. You don't want to do these, excuse me. She said, leave women alone who don't want to do these nights with you. Hire the PROS people and stop emotionally harming women who love you. Okay. And then Combs wrote back and he said, are you trying to set me up? You're crazy. Are you recording my calls? Hmm. And then she said she told Combs that she would unalive herself. And then she said that Combs was threatened to share the X tape of her. Okay. That's crazy. Hmm. So let's see what else we got. So it's a lot of information. I mean, damn. Mm-mm-mm. And like I said, if all of this is true, this is sad, a sad situation. I'm still trying to figure out how these people just, even though he was paying the rent and things like that, I'm still trying to figure out how these people just, came back to this dude when they got away since he was doing all these things allegedly. This is crazy. Okay, let's see what else we got here. What y'all said down here? Let's see what you said. This is true. Yes, it is. Okay, let's see. Hold on, y'all. I got to wait till my phone. Go to the messages. Hold on. Why have you taken all day to go back? So we've been on here for an hour and 43 minutes. Let me hurry up. So then they said that then it says Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie's final freak-offs became darker. And this is according to what an ex-court said. These are the claims that this person made. So let's see here. So he said that Sean Diddy Combs' freak-offs turned dark, okay? Let's see. He said, I just would say overall, the tone was a little darker towards the last times I seen them. He said, I got to see the dark side of things. He also described Cassie's demeanor during their final freak-offs as, I'm here, I have to perform, let's do this. And he said it was more of a doing this to please him type of spirit overall. Let's see. And then, hold on. Okay. So they claim that they were just doing role play. And so this same escort, this ex-escort said that Diddy is evil. Okay. And she said, in her opinion, she did not know if this was a beast she could control or not anymore. So she was along for the ride because she had to. Because who knows where the beast is going, and there's no way to tame it. This is crazy. So then let's see here. This dude here, Sean Deering, came forward about his experiences as an escort for Sean Diddy Combs. And I guess, boy, this man, let me show y'all. See what else we got going on here. Let's see. So he was basically talking about when he was doing male escort. Excuse me, y'all. He said, I just kind of had to do a lot of personal soul searching. He said, in a sense, I stepped away from that, realizing it was darker. Because honestly, I do care about these ladies. So I had to step away. He said, I never thought that escorting was part of my life. And he did say he was on a different path these days. And he does not care about what people say about his past. So let's see what else he said. He also claimed he was booked for more than a dozen sessions with Cassie and Combs. He said these sessions took place at a bungalow at the Beverly Hills Hotel or a condo off of Sunset Boulevard in LA. Okay, that's crazy. And Combs, he said Combs also tried to hire him again, but he declined. Okay. But that's what some of these people saying. So again, what do you guys think about that? It's very bizarre. All of this is, and people selling themselves short for money for their rent to be paid. Is weird shit all the way around. Good. And yes, he's still paying her rent. That's crazy, man. And she's still letting him. I would already move. Let's see what else. So let's see what else we got here, you guys. Let's see. So yeah, that's it with Diddy's. Stuff. I got some 50 Cent stuff that he said, but I'll tell you guys about that tomorrow. And then I got some Hitmaker. He alleges Diddy hit on him, but I'll tell you guys more in detail about that as well. But this entire case and stuff, man, is just plainly ridiculous. I don't know what to believe now. I just really don't. I do believe that he did do some of these things for sure. I believe that. I said that from day one actually. But it is very bizarre, just like Jermaine said. I don't believe he did every single thing they're saying, but I definitely believe he did some things. I really do. And it's just plain ridiculous. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. All right. And I think I covered everything regarding Sean Diddy's trial on Monday. And so later on today, of course, I'll be recapping you guys again regarding Sean Combs' situation. I can look and see if there's anything else about that, but I'm sure it isn't. I don't want to hear the same things over again that I just said. So let's see. I'll tell you what, it's basically probably the same thing. So, like it always is. I'm not going to show any videos about Sean Combs' thing because I think I pretty much hit everything right there on the target and stuff. I'm just looking through my notes to make sure. And I guess tomorrow they will let his team know if they can do the mistrial or not. And of course, I keep y'all abreast of that situation too. Wow. I remember reading that. That's crazy. So Jane reached out to KK directly, hoping she could intervene and stop Combs from leaking the tapes. Well, the thing is that he probably wasn't going to leak no tapes, because he, don't want to be looking like the villain at that time. So he probably just using it as a threat method. I don't know if he did though, for sure. But I believe he did use that as that. She sure is. She sure is. But anyway, guys, we will resume on with this tomorrow because I'm getting tired. So let me ask you guys to thumbs up this video if you enjoy it. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. All right, and thank you guys so much. And make sure you share this video and leave a comment as well, okay? And thank you to y'all was over here. To J4, I appreciate you, hon. Then go back. Thank you to Jermaine, like always. I definitely appreciate you. Paul Bunyan, thank you so much for coming by, sharing your input and all. Let's see. Kim, thank you so much for being here tonight. Good morning to you too. And have a blessed day. Let's see, Drip Advisory up in this place. How you doing, Drip Advisory? Okay, I think that's it. And thank you to everybody in the bushes and everybody watching this replay. And you said appreciate your shades to your Miles chat and respect. Respect to you too, Drip Advisory. Thank you, Jermaine. Thank you so much. All right, guys, y'all have a good night. Let me take everything down. And like I said, we will recap Diddy trial day 20 later on today. And I may do another Countryway reaction video too as well. So be looking out for that as well, okay? Y'all have a good night, a happy and blessed Wednesday, and I'll see you guys when I do my next live, all right? Or video. We're going to change this. All right, let's go to mute this. Y'all, see y'all tomorrow and have a good night.
Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Look on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I lacked game, back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Look on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Look on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Look on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. Now you thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
Good night, J4. I don't know if I said thank you too for tuning in as well. J4, Tony Bands, and Kim B. All of you guys. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but thank you guys all for watching and checking me out, and everybody in the bushes and everybody who watches this in replay. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell notifications, and share and leave a comment. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And again, thank you so much for tuning into Late Night with Shay. All right, y'all. Peace out, and I'll see y'all later on.